we are going to solve the problems for chapter 0. What you have to know for chapter 0 is about exponents, and you know that when you multiply x to the n, multiply by x to the n is x to the n plus n. When you divide, is the difference x to the n divided by x to the n is x to the n minus n. For example, 3 raised to the 2 multiplied by 3 raised to the 3 is 3 raised to the 5. This means that 3 raised to the 2 is 3 multiplied by 3, 3 raised to the 3 is 3 by 3 by 3. So this is equivalent to 3 5 times, 3 raised to the 5. And the other thing that you need to know is that x to the n minus n is equivalent to 1 divided by x to the n. So 3 minus 2 is 1 divided by 3 raised to the 2 equal 19. Okay, let's go to do that. So let's go to do one of the problem. I don't know, maybe we'll do number 4. Minus x squared plus y4 raised x y minus 2. Everything, you have to see what is the minus sign. The minus sign is inside, so is 3. So it will be, the minus sign is minus 1. Okay. Minus 1 x squared y4 x y minus 2 power 3. So we do first the operation raised to the power 3. It will be minus 1 power 3. And now x 2 y 4 x. And now instead of writing 1 divided by y minus 2, we can write y squared, because y squared is 1 divided by y minus 2. So we put y minus 2 equal y squared here, y squared, and everything to the third power. Now we apply, we minus 1 raised to the power 3 is minus 1 by minus 1 by minus 1, which is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now, x squared divided by x is x. So I will write x y4 y2 divided by x 3 equal minus 1. So y4 multiplied by y2, y raised to the power 2 is y6. So, x squared divided by x is x, because x squared divided by x is x 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So I have substituted this number, x squared divided by x squared divided by x. y4, y raised to the power 4 multiplied by y is y6. And everything is raised to the 3 power. So now you have to know that x to the n raised to the power n is x to the n multiplied by n. So this would be minus x to the 3, y to the 18. And this should be the result. Let me see, x, y minus 2. Yes, this should be the result. So to solve this problem, we have to know the notation. The notation is that 0.1 is 1 divided by 10. Of course, 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. It's been written like 1 by 10 a la minus 1, because 1 divided by 10 is 10 raised to the power minus 1. 0.01 is 1 divided by 100, and it's written like 1 by 10 raised to the power minus 2. 0.001 is 1 divided by 1000, and it's written like 10 raised to the power minus 3. 0.12 is 1.2 divided by 10. 0.012 is 1.2 10 to the raised minus 2. And 0.012, so I go 10 minus 1, 10 minus 2, 10 minus 3, 1.2, 10 minus 3. This number I go to the right, and I create a 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1, 1.2, 10 minus 2. It works. So you see how it works. The point is going to go to here, to 1.2. So when I move the points, minus 1, I move it to 1, minus 2, minus 3. Moving the point to the right generate a factor of 10 minus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1.2, 10 minus 3. Let's go to do the problem from the example. So I move the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 times 4.72, 4.70, 10 minus 6. And the problem is done. Let's go to do the other problem. The other problem is this one. This one, it can be done in the following one. 8.3 is the same like 8.3 by 10 minus 1. So I have introduced a factor of 1. 10 by 10 minus 1 is 10 divided by 10. Oh, what I get doing this? Well, I get doing this that 8.3 by 10 is 83. I do the same thing in the denominator. I may have a factor of 78. So 83 is here. And now 10 raised to the power 5, 10 raised to the power minus 1 is 10 to the power 4. I do the same thing in the denominator. 7.8 by 10 is 78. And this is 10. 10 raised to the power 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 1 raised to the power is 10 to 1. So it will be 83 now divided by 78, and now 10 raised to the power 4 divided by 10 raised to the power 1 is 10 raised to the power 3. So it will be like 1 point something 10 to the power 3. So you have two variables in this problem. The one variable is the F, is Fahrenheit. In this case, it looked like the equation was to convert Fahrenheit to degrees centigrade, and the equation is say that F is equal 9/5 C plus 32, and what we want to find is C in terms of F. Now we have F in terms of C. Now we want to find C in terms of F. So in an equation, whatever you do to the right side, if you do the same thing to the left side, nothing will change. So the first thing that I will do is I subtract 32 from both sides of the equation. If I subtract 32, it will be F minus 32. Here I subtract 32, so this will cancel. So I will end with this equation. So now the second step. The second step will be I will multiply by 5 both sides of the equation. If I multiply by 5, the left side of the equation will be F multiplied by F minus 32 because I have to multiply everything. Now I will multiply 5 by the right side of the equation, 9/5 of C. And what I get is that the 5 can be cancelled with the 5 because 5 divided by 5 is 1. So I will have with this equation. And the step 3, I will do the same, divide by 9. If I divide by 9 in both sides of the equation, I will have 9 divided by 9 is the C, and I would have solved the problem. So if you see, we solve the problem, divide by 9, and the C will be this equation. Now C is expressed in terms of f. You give me f, I will give you c. Here, the equation was, you give me c, I'll give you f. Now I have changed. Okay, let's go to this equation. This is the equation x squared. This is the equation of a quadratic equation. X squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. And the solution is x equal minus b plus minus square root v squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And the equation that I refer is the coefficient a, v, and c like this. So the a is what is the 1, the b is minus 5. So in this equation, the a is 1, the b is minus 5, and the c is equal plus c. So what is the solution? Quadratic equation. So x means that there is two solutions here. Minus 5, minus 5, minus b, minus 5 plus minus square root. Minus 5 squared is 25, it doesn't, will change the sign. 4ac, 4, c is 6, 4 by 1 by 6. So it's 24. Divided by 2a, 2 by 1. So the x will be plus 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 24 divided by 1. So it will have two solutions. The first solution will be plus 5 plus the square root of 1 divided by 2, which is 6 divided by 2, and the second solution will be plus 5 minus the square root of 1, that is 1, divided by 2, it will be 5 minus 1, it will be 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. So the two solutions are x1 equal 3, x2 equal 2. If I plug in the equation, x squared minus 5x plus 6, I can be sure if I make it right. 3 squared minus 5 by 3 plus 6 equal 9 minus 15 plus 6, which is really 0, because 6 and 9 is 15. If I plug in the other number, x2 equal 2, this is the two solution, x1 and x2. If I plug in x, it will be 2 squared minus 5 by 2 plus 6. This is 4 minus 10 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 10, 0. So I did it correctly. These are the solutions. So what you have to know is that when you have this equation equals 0, the solution, the values of x that will match with this equation equals 0 are these values, are obtained by using the quadratic equation. Okay, what is say here? Here is something different, it's a system of equation. X divided by 2 plus y divided by 3 equal 2. And the other equation is 2x minus y equal 1. There are two systems of equation, means two unknown, two equations. The solution can have one solution, cannot have any solution, or maybe can have infinity solution. What the procedure that we will do? There are many procedures to solve this system of equation. And the best procedure maybe we multiply by 6 the first equation. So it will be 6x divided by 2 plus 6y divided by 2 equal 12. 6 by 2. Okay. Now, this equation, the first equation, it would be 3x plus 4y equal 12. In the second equation, it will be 2x minus y equal 1. how to solve it. So I will do like this. There are many methods, as I said. I will do like this. I will find the x in the second equation as a function of y, and I will plug in this value on the first equation. So maybe I will find y as a function of x. So 2x minus 1 is the x. Do you agree? Is the y, sorry. Is the y. Do you agree? Yes, 2x minus 1 is the y. So I will take this value for y and I will put it here. So it will read like this, 3x plus 4y. Y is 2x minus 1 equal 12. And now I will solve for x. 3x plus 8x minus 4 equal 12. So 3x plus 8x, 11x equal 12 plus 4. And 12 plus 4 is 16. So 11x equals 16. So x is 16 divided by 11. And y should be 2x minus 1. 2 times 16 divided by 11 minus 1. And the y will be 32 divided by 11 minus 1. But 1 is 11 divided by 11. Now 32 divided minus 11. 32 minus 11 is 22, 21 divided by 11. So it seems to me that these are the solutions. If I didn't make this any mistake, I can check it. I can check it. So the x is 16 divided by 11. The y is 21 divided by 11. So I can go to the second equation and say 2x minus y. It will be 2 times 16 divided by 11 minus y, 21 divided by 11. And this is equal 32 divided by 11 minus 21 divided by 11. And this is equal 32, 22, 21 divided by 11. Oh, so I made a mistake. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't make any mistake. 32 minus 21, this is 11. And 11 divided by 11 is 1. And 1 is what is happening here, the 1. So I didn't do any mistake. Okay, let me review. 32 divided by 11, 32, 22, 12 minus 1, 11. Yeah, it's correct. Okay. According to Aguilera, the volume of Aguilera is proportional to this temperature. According to an ideal gas, the volume of an ideal, the volume is proportional to the temperature in kelvins. If the pressure of the gas is constant, so the pressure is constant. Okay, a constant pressure, the volume is proportional to the temperature. The volume, more temperature, more volume. Yeah, it's true, yes. And it occupies a volume of 4 liters so the volume is 4 liters when the temperature is 100 kelvins. So this information will allow us to obtain the K. So the K will be V divided by T, the volume divided by T. So the K is 4 by 10 to the raised to the power minus 2. So now the question says, determine its volume when it's heated at 300 degrees with constant pressure. So V, it will still be K by T. Now, K, I know what is K, 4 by 10 a la minus 2. And the problem say when the temperature is 300, what is the volume? Well, I found it, K by T. K I know, T they give me, so I know the volume. So the volume is 4 by 10 raised to the power minus 2, 3 by 10 to the power 2, so the volume is 12 liters. And the problem is solved. Okay, because 10 raised to the power 2, this is 1. Okay, this is 1. And 4 by 3 is 12. This problem, you do it by writing the equation K divided by R squared. The force is in newtons, so K is F by R squared. So you calculate the K when the force is given and the radius is the radius of the Earth, and you can do it. So for me to read it, and I don't want to read it. Compute the circumference of an area of a circle of radius R. The circumference and the radius. Oh, the circumference and the area. So this is a circle of radius R. The circumference, it means the length. The length. If you walk through the circumference, if you walk through here, what is the length? If the radius is 0.12 meters. If the radius is 0.12 meters, the length of the circumference is 2 pi by r. So in this case, the circumference would be 2 by 3.14 by r, 0.12 meters. And this length will be in meters. You multiply and you obtain the result. And the area, it refers to the space, to the surface that is here on this radius. The area is pi by r squared. So it's 3.14 by the radius 0.12 squared. You multiply and you will obtain. Compute the surface area and volume of the sphere. Oh, now it's a sphere. Compute a circle of radius. Okay. Now, if you have instead of a circle, you have now compute the surface area and volume of a sphere of radius 0.21. So now the radius is 0.21, but now it's not a plane figure. Now it's a sphere. It's a three-dimensional figure. So what is the volume that is inside? The volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r squared. So it's a question of plugging numbers. 4/3, 3.14, and the radius say 0.21 squared 4 pi r squared, and this is in meters cube. This is the volume in meters cube. Now it says the area. The area is the surface area. The surface area means the surface around the sphere, the exterior surface. The area is 4 pi r squared. This is the total area of the surface of a sphere, 4 pi. So you make the multiplication. Nothing is nothing. Compute the total of a rectangular solid of length 0.18. So it will be here with 4 pi, 4 by 3.14. Okay, you do it, right? R squared 0.21 squared, and this area is in meters square. So this is the area of the surface of the sphere. And the surface refers to the surface of the sphere. Compute the total surface and volume of a rectangular solid of length 0. Width. So now you have a rectangular thing. Okay. Okay. Is A, B, C. A, B, and C. This is the dimension. So the volume is A, B by C. And the area is you have this area, that is the area of a square or rectangle, B by C, 2 times. Now 2 times, because it has this area, plus 2 times a by b, this area, up and down. And the other area is this one, the front and the top and the back. The front and the back is a by b. Oh, a by b is this word. Okay, a by b, I have 3 sides. A by b is this side. B by c is this side. And this side is c by a. And 2 times c by a. So I have made the sum of all the surface, taking in account that the area is a by b. The area is of, well, I think you know that. Compute the total surface area and volume of a cylinder. Now, if you have a figure that is a cylinder, you need to have that different equation. This is the radius r. So now the volume of the cylinder is the area of the base by the height. So this, let's say that the height is L. I don't know, H. So the volume will be the area of the cylinder is pi r squared. This is the area of the circumference we saw in the first time, by h. So you plug in numbers and you calculate. This is the volume, and the surface that is surrounded. This you have to use a scissor. You make a cutting here, and you put this like this exterior surface. This is h, and this is 2 pi r. I don't see if you can see the cutting that we have done. I think with a scissor you cut the cylinder and you put it plane. So the area of the cylinder is 2 pi r by h. So you plug in numbers. Okay, what else? A right triangle has hypotenuse of length. Determine the third side of the triangle. So a right triangle has an hypotenuse of 20 and another side 16. Determine the other side. Okay, this is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says that when you have a rectangle triangle, this is 90 degrees, and you have C, the length C, the length A, and the length B, there is a relation between C squared and A squared and B squared. The sum of the square of the side is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse squared equal the sum. So in this case, they give you the hypotenuse and they give you one of the side, and they ask you what is b. B squared will be c squared minus a squared. In this case, v squared will be 20 squared, the hypotenuse, minus one of the sides, 16 squared. So v will be a square root of 20 squared minus 16 squared. You solve it and you will find the value of b for this particular. And this one we will do it later. We will do it sometime. Okay.